am live. Okay. Let's go over here. What's everybody up to? I am going to mute this over here. Okay. I just decided to pop in here before I go to town. We'll wait. Decided to pop in before I head to town to fill out an application to deliver meals to the old folk like me. Anyway, give an update on my wrist. It's really not doing. It hurts. I can do some things, but not very much. It just hurts really bad. I wear a brace, so anyway, I need to find a job that is not lifting a heavy oil pan and dishes and all the time and being washing dishes and stuff like that. I have to be able to wear the brace and it can't be in the water all the time. So I am going to go down to the senior center and fill out an application to deliver meals to people. I don't know if it's probably just the elderly, but I'll put this in here in case anybody wants to join. I've got some stuff done on the desk. I've learned to work with my left hand. I can't do hardly anything with my left hand. But I'm learning to work with my left hand because the right hand is so sore. And this is it. The wrist. Some things I can do. Anyway, there's the link if you want to join me. Some things I can do okay, but some things I just cannot do. I cannot push up on it. I cannot lift at a certain point, and it just, the knot has gone down, but it's still there. It's still there. Been putting castor oil on it, and it helps. So it helped bring the swelling down. So what's everyone been up to? Hi, Teresa. I am so glad. Are you left-handed? Well, I'm getting better at using my left hand and then I've been refurbishing some furniture. I'm going to flip a few pieces of furniture that I have, redo them, and put new knobs and hardware on them. But I have those furniture things that you put on the bottom, so you just have to push. Those things have been a lifesaver for me. They've been a lifesaver. And I cannot write or anything with my left hand, but since my right hand's been injured and my wrist, I have had to work with my left hand. So how are you doing today, Teresa? I'm going to I was at work. I cooked Chester's chicken, but I worked the night shift. So, I'm sorry to hear you're sick. I am really sorry. What's wrong? Anyway, we have this industrial fryer And there's a pan, a big square pan that the oil goes into, and you filter it each night. And it wasn't filtering correctly, so it left a lot of oil in there. And I went to pick it up to dump that extra oil in a bucket, a 5-gallon bucket, and it just something, it didn't really pop, but something pulled in my wrist and my hand. I felt the pain all the way up to my elbow. The fingers are fine. It doesn't hurt there. It's just when I put any pressure or try to lift something, it hurts. So how are you? Head cold that has gone to, oh, make sure you drink some water with some lemon in it. Lemon will help your bronchial tubes and everything else. And make sure you put a little bit of pink Himalayan or mineral salt in there, and that will help your bronchial tubes. Because my daughter always, twice a year when the weather changed, Joanne's always had sensitive bronchial tubes since she got sprayed with the pepper spray that they use when she became a correctional officer. And ever since then, her bronchial tubes have not been the same. But the lemon, squeeze half a lemon in some water. That's it. Just put lemon and a little bit of salt, and that will help your chest, your bronchial tubes, and everything else. Hi, Musgrave Family Farm. How are you doing? I just decided to pop in here before I head on down to, I'm going to the senior center to fill out an application to deliver meals to seniors who can't make it into the senior center. And that can't be too much heavy lifting, and I can always use my left hand to lift that. So I figured that would be a good job. So I'm going to put in for that. So how are you doing? It's starting to cool down here. I did get out and chop a little bit of weeds and stuff that I needed to do outside, but I have to learn to use my left hand more, and it's kind of awkward. It's awkward, because when you're chopping, I use the shovel when you're chopping like that, but it's getting better. It's a lot better than what it was. So if I just keep wearing the brace well, thank you. My wrist is getting better. It still hurts a certain movement, certain ways, like painting. I can paint a little bit because I'm redoing a whole wall in the garage. It has knotty pine, but I'm whitewashing it. I'll just do the one wall and leave the rest the knotty pine so I can stage the desk that I'm doing. Have a staging, because staging is everything when you go to sell this on Marketplace, Facebook Marketplace. The staging, and it's turned out real nice. I got all of the finish off of it. I stained the top a dark, it was espresso, and then the rest of the desk is a farmhouse green color, kind of sagey green color. And then the chair, I'm redoing it. It will be, I've got all the paint off of it, sanded, and it'll be staying the same as the top. And then I'll find some really neat material that I have to redo the cushion. So, because I can use my left hand to do sanding, and it works pretty good for painting. And I do have a paint sprayer, and the paint sprayer, I can work it with my left hand. I'm just having to learn to do until my right hand heals and that knot goes away. All it was way swollen. Until it goes away and it gets stronger, then I'll be able to use it a little more. But the weather's getting cooler, I'm sure, for everyone. Um, so I'll be able to. It's turning out nice. I've got the before and the after, and I've got some videos ready to put out there on it. And then I have a chest of drawers and a nightstand. Well, it's not a chest of drawers, it's the long chest with the 6 drawers and a nightstand that I will do next. So, but I just thought I'd pop on here. It's early, it's 11:26. Before I head to town and go fill out that app. Yes, it's a dresser. That's what it is. Thanks, Teresa. It's a dresser, and it's got the dark wood, and I at the bottom, and I'll do a video on it too. You see, I've been watching a lot of flipping furniture videos, and at the bottom they take that, fancy or whatever, that cut off, and then they put it on short legs, and the stand is a different color that may match the top. And there's a lot of neat things out there, a lot of farmhouse, and I even seen a French country that I have this one chest of drawers that has the secretary thing that pulls down. I can show you. Watch. Don't let me get you all. See it right there? Has the light, but that top that comes down, I saw the perfect stenciling and way to do that. So it's going to be neat. It'll be neat. And then I got everything moved in here. I got these things repainted and done. I moved all my crafting stuff and everything in here, my computer, into this other room since my daughter moved to North Carolina. So everything's in here, and then I have the bedroom in there. So it's not so crowded, and it took me a while to get it done. But I got everything repainted. I got the carpets cleaned and shampooed. Now, see, that's something I've learned. I can push that with my left hand. I've just learned this since my injury. I have learned to really work with my left hand. And I can do anything with it. So that will be redone. And then it'll be like a French country. So, and I have the stencils for that in French country. I have a thing I did, like back here, you see the 3-tiered that has everything on it. Whoop, this way. It's 3-tiered tray that I made, and it's got the 2 top. And I used a glass plate in the center, and I put napkins, the rose napkins underneath, decoupage the rose napkins underneath that. So in the middle, you see just the pink roses. So I like the shabby chic. And then this book right here is an old book. That was my mom's. I have quilts of hers. I have a Christmas quilt. That is an old book right there on quilts, and it gives a lot of the Amish patterns and stuff, what they do for quilting. So I have a lot of books. I have a library in case anything happens to the internet and I can't watch a YouTube video on it. I do have books that I can read. And do you quilt? I have, if you will look, let me put my email in here. I have tons and tons of squares that are cut out already, little hexagons, all kinds of quilts that my mom started that didn't finish, all kinds of quilting stuff. And if you want them, I would be glad to send them to you because I'm downsizing. My whole trunk is full of stuff that I'm going to stop by St. Vincent's there, the thrift store, and I'm going to donate. I have donated stuff for years now, trying to downsize in here because mom and dad lived here for almost 40 years. So let me put my email in here. Oh, I don't. So you can send me your address and I will send you quilting stuff if you want it, or just tell me in the email what you would like. I have a whole box of squares cut out of Levi's. And if you're a quilter, I have only machine quilted. What do you mean machine quilted? See, I am not a quilter. I started a quilt, but my mom could quilt like nobody's business. And she did it for years. Okay, great. Great. I was wondering what to do with all this. I mean, I have boxes full of, excuse me, patterns already cut out. Oh, you never learned to quilt? Well, I tried to sit down and quilt by hand, and it was hard. Mom could put on that thimble. I have all her thimbles too. And just quilt by hand like crazy. She'd sit there in the wintertime and have that quilt. She had a big loop thing that she could put it in, and quilt. Like, she made every grandbaby, every great grandbaby a quilt, everybody a quilt, more than one quilt. I can show you. Hold on just a second. What you doing, girls? I don't know where I put it. Here's one quilt, and it's got the blue and the pink. Anyway, this other quilt, but I don't know what I did with it. Oh, I've moved everything around. It has a flower basket in the center. I'm located in New Mexico, southern New Mexico, Deming, New Mexico. Gosh, what did I do with that quilt? Huh. Yeah, she did some gorgeous quilts, and the one with the flower basket in there and the forest green, and then the different pops of red and blue and pink. Gosh, I don't know what I did with it. Trying to think. Oh, you're in Southwest Tennessee? Did you get affected by the Hurricane Helena? I have a friend, Alice, who's in Tennessee, and she was okay. She wasn't far from the water, though. Are you doing okay? So you're in the Southwest, so it was the Southeast that got hit. No, here. Okay, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. I've been watching videos on that, and oh my gosh, it was just devastating. Devastating that what happened there. And in Tennessee, and Joanne, my daughter, is in Belmont, North Carolina, right close to, it's close to Charlotte. She's working in Lincoln County for the county there. She worked for the county here, and the water came up by their apartment, but didn't come up all the way. So they got lucky. They got lucky. And I cut my hair. I did. I cut it all off because I have a neck injury. I injured my neck racing motorcycles, doing gymnastics, getting rear-ended by a trucker. We come upon this accident on the 99 in California, and it just had happened, and we were trying to slow down, but the trucker couldn't slow down, and he hit us and he shot us. It was a standard Ford Ranger with a cab, and it knocked it into neutral, but it shot us right up the off ramp. So wearing scrunchies, and I let my hair grow. I'll grow out, but it does start bothering my neck. Having just that little bit of weight from the scrunchie or anything else, a hat. What time is it? Okay, so I told her I would be there at noon. So I'm going to hop off of here. It was nice talking to you, Teresa. Send me an email and I will be glad to give you some quilting supplies because I don't quilt. And with my wrist being the way it is, there's just no way I'd be able to quilt even by machine. I know Mom could do some things by machine, but she did all these quilts, her quilts by hand. And I will send you some quilting supplies. Okay. And you have a nice day. I just wanted to pop on here and see what everyone was up to and let you know I'm going to put out a video here pretty soon. You have a blessed day too. Hugs, love, and blessings to you. And thanks for stopping in, Musgrave family and Teresa. I sure do appreciate it. Bye.